Hello! Today is Friday the 11th of December, 2 weeks from Christmas. Holy shit. So what can I say? This week has been a bit of a weird one in a lot of different ways. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. The beard is gone. I was trimming, there was a mishap, and it couldn't be rescued, so I had to get rid of the whole thing and start all over again. But truth be told, I am actually quite enjoying not having a beard, though my wife does complain about the scratchiness. Secondly, I was supposed to start my new job on Monday, as I said earlier in the week, which, just between you and I didn't record that on Monday, I recorded it on Sunday, because I thought I was going to be starting my new job on Monday. Turns out it was just the agency was super keen to get me started and they got their dates wrong. It turns out I don't start until the first week of January. So I do have time to do these on day of, though I don't like rushing myself like that. So maybe from now on I'll do it the day before. But I did take part in a few meetings this week to help set up the office for January. So I'm kind of on standby. I'm not being paid for it, but at the same time, I really want this job. So I am happy to commit an hour here or there just to get things rolling and ready for January. Third thing that happened this week, nothing. Okay, I got a couple of hours writing done at the beginning of the week. I'd put myself under so much pressure over the last month or so with the job hunt and getting things rolling and everything like that, that my fatigue levels just shot up. So I ended up spending a lot of this week just napping. But this week has just been like a week of entertaining stuff being released. First of all, the second half of Rick and Morty season 4 finally came onto Netflix a full year after it was released on TV here. So Monday night I ended up watching all of that. Then yesterday Cyberpunk 2077 was released, which normally isn't a big deal for me when a big game is released because I don't go in for day of purchases. I tend to let them settle their bugs and glitches before I buy a copy, but I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077 a year ago tomorrow. But honestly, I'm a bit pissed off with the whole thing. I'm gonna tell you why. So if you plan on buying Cyberpunk 2077, especially for like the PS4, clear your day and don't expect to play it on day of purchase. In the end, it took 7 hours for me to actually be able to play the game. Firstly, it comes with this content disc. You know, there's the play disc and then there's a content disc. And I think the content disc is basically the game's infrastructure or whatever the actual technical term for it is. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me. But it took 3.5 hours to install that. And then there was the day one patch. I knew it was going to be sizable, but I didn't think it was going to be 45.5 gig. Bear in mind, right, the Ezio collection for the PS4 is 3 games, and that's 41 gig. The entire patch for this game is larger than 3 open world games from the previous generation. It took 3.5 hours to install the content disc, and then another 4 hours to install the patch. By the time I got round to actually turning the game on, it was like 11:30 at night, and I'd started the process at about 3 in the afternoon. I get that it's a late stage game and it's huge, but come on, man. Given how many times Project Red delayed the release of this game, I'd kind of hoped that it wouldn't have required such a huge patch just to get the game functioning. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of sick of AAA game companies doing that to us. Maybe from now on, AAA companies should set a release date once they actually get a sense of how long it's going to take to complete the game, instead of releasing games as flat pack modules that then need to be reassembled once you get it home. It's not IKEA. And I know this isn't the first big story. I mean, I remember Assassin's Creed Unity. There is a reason why I waited a year to play Assassin's Creed Unity. I kind of hoped that with all the delays that we wouldn't have to deal with this. I mean, it's not even getting annoying. It's beyond annoying at this point. And this whole situation seems like it's no longer a bug in the industry, it's actually a function of the industry. I'm getting tired of being super excited for a game and then realizing I'm not going to be able to play it on release, I'll have to wait a good few months for them to figure out how to fix it. Imagine going to see a movie at the cinema, like we can still go to the cinema. Alright, cast your mind back to the days when we could actually go to cinemas and watch movies. Now imagine if you go there on opening night, you only get like half rendered special effects in your latest Marvel or DC action movie. And then the next day, after all the complaints, the studio releases a patch for I mean, I know they did that with Cats, but Cats is kind of the sort of how not to make a movie and how not to release a movie and how not to market a movie. But imagine that happened with every tentpole summer blockbuster. The people who went to see it a week later get to see the completed product, whereas the people who saw it on opening night only get this sort of like sewn together slapdash version of the movie. People would stop going to see movies on opening weekend. I'm just annoyed because I was hoping to do a review of it, and all I've gotten so far is through the tutorial. I haven't even got to like explore Night City yet. I've been pulled by my nose from one location to the next, and I'm still stuck in the tutorial. And I'm not really going to be able to indulge in it much because I've got other things to do right now, and Christmas is coming up, and I want to write this book and want to get these videos up online. And this afternoon I start the video project with my son, so it's ready for the new year. So when you're having to kind of like fit in your downtime around your work schedule, you kind of hope you're not going to spend your downtime staring at a load screen. But yeah, so yeah, my question for you this week is, how do you think we get around this whole half a game being released on release date? And what is the most frustrating, incomplete game you've ever bought or experienced? Let me know down below. And until Monday, have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Speak to you soon. Goodbye.